This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, August 12th, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Hey, if you're caught up in that real ID mess with the MVA and getting your license updated with your documentation, there may be some relief on the horizon to a degree. There is a Maryland state delegate that is proposing emergency legislation that will require the police to give you a legal temporary driver's license if indeed they were to seize your non-compliant identification. That does make sense to me, and this is Delegate Eric Ebersol from Howard and Baltimore counties. But to me, it seems that the easiest thing would be is to not confiscate non-compliant ones because they're just driving. They're not getting into federal buildings or going on airplanes. There are some more woes for HACA, the Housing Authority for the City of Annapolis, and the Capitol reported on Saturday that a district court judge has thrown out hundreds of failure to pay rent lawsuits that HACA has filed against their tenants. The reasoning? They are not in compliance with the city law, therefore they are not a recognized landlord. This will put a huge crimp on HACA's cash flow because they are unable to rent out the apartments when they are in dispute. People will turn around and they'll have to go the standard way through court, which could take 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 months. This only does apply to what they call their summary ejectment process, which allows a landlord to oust a tenant in short time. As we all know, HACA is trying to figure out how to survive, and this might be another nail in their coffin. A little bit more controversy surrounding HACA this weekend. On Friday at about 5:15 p.m. in broad daylight, there was a young man that was shot. The Annapolis Police Department is investigating this latest shooting at the Harbor House community, and according to a witness on the scene, she said that there were 4 shots and the victim was the grandson of her neighbor. She didn't know the age of the victim, but he was flown to an area hospital for treatment. There is no word on his condition. One thing that I thought was interesting is when the police put out their report, they said that they had responded to a, quote, reported shooting as opposed to an actual shooting, and in their release they said that he had injuries that were consistent with being shot. Anybody that has any information is urged to call the Annapolis Police Detectives at 410-260-3439. Here's a great story out of Greenbury Point involving the United States Naval Academy Fire Department and a bunch of bird lovers. Donna Cole, who's an anchor on WNAV, was tagged in a Facebook post about a fisherman that had seen an osprey in distress. It was located in a pretty remote area on Greenbury Point, and they found that the bird was hanging upside down 20 feet up in the air in a tree. Cole sprung into action. She got in touch with Nancy McDonald, who's a volunteer transporter for the Owl Moon Raptor Center in Boyd's, and she also called the United States Naval Academy saying that we might need your help. They found the bird was hanging upside down. Indeed, they did cut down the tree where it gently crashed into an area where they were able to cut the bird loose, and what it was fishing line tied around its talon. All in all, it took 12 people, including volunteers and firefighters, about 2 hours to rescue the bird, but McDonald with the Raptor Center said that she thinks the bird is going to be fine. She said it was full of spirit, full of fight, very feisty, very active, and very alert, which are all good signs for a speedy recovery. More animal news. Put this on your calendar for Saturday. Anne Arundel County Animal Care and Control is joining NBC in their national Clear the Shelters Pet Adoption event. And what they are doing from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. is they are waiving all adoption fees for any qualified adopter for all animals in the shelter. It's not just cats or dogs, it is all animals that are there. You can find out more information on this national program at cleartheshelters.com. And again, this is Saturday the 17th from 10 to 2:30 p.m. And finally, as we wrap it up, there is a high school teacher on the Eastern Shore that is $1.4 million richer. No, he did not win the lottery. He caught the biggest fish in the Ocean City White Marlin Open last weekend. He is a high school math teacher. His name is Tommy Hinkle, and he teaches at Stephen Decatur High School in Berlin, Maryland. All that's left to claim as prizes to pass a polygraph test, which will be administered on Saturday, but that doesn't seem to be much of a concern to him. And in a very bizarre twist, this is the second time he has won this. So apparently there is a guy that is dedicated to teaching, because I'll tell you, if I had won $3 million, I think I'd be fishing an awful lot more. Hey, and a bonus point for him is that he can sit there and legitimately claim that he beat Michael Jordan. Yes, Michael Jordan was also participating in the White Marlin Open, but apparently they were skunked because they didn't show up at the weigh-in scale. So I guess he went back to the airport, got on his fancy jet, and headed back home. All right, that is about it for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. Give us a click on that link in our show notes and find out all the different ways that you can connect with us. And please give us a recommendation to your friends and family and coworkers. If you're someplace where you can leave a rating or a review, please do that. Now, just hang tight. We have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast. He's coming up in just a minute, but we only have 6 more days until Kegs and Corks rolls into town. Make sure you get your tickets. That way you can get in early.
Hey, it's Gina Crash. Join me Saturday, August 17th for the Kegs and Corks Festival at the Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds. Tickets benefit the Special Olympics of Maryland and include a souvenir glass, unlimited wine and beer samples, plus live music by Amish Outlaws, J. Coursey Willis and the Stone Authors, and XPD Band. Enjoy over 80 Maryland wines, 40 craft beers, incredible food, unique arts and crafts, and more. Go now to kegsandcorksfest.com for tickets.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, August 12th. After a great weekend for Annapolis and all of Anne Arundel County, it'll be a 2-day return to heat and humidity today and tomorrow, before temps drop back into the 80s the rest of the week after a cold front moves through late Tuesday. Look for highs today and tomorrow in the 90s with tons of sunshine today, but a chance of PM storms tomorrow as a cold front moves through from the west. Behind that front, highs should be in the 84 to 89 degree range for much of the rest of the week and the weekend ahead. But it comes with some unsettled skies and a daily chance of showers and storms. So get through today and tomorrow with heat and humidity and keep the umbrella handy as storms could easily move through the region on more than one occasion. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DC MDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores, and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Looking for a place where you can dine, catch a live music performance, shop, and enjoy weekly entertainment all in one place this summer? Head over to the Annapolis Town Center, where food, fun, and events are happening all summer long. Enjoy happy hour at a restaurant, jam out to a live local performance, watch a movie under the stars, and shop tons of stores. It's all happening at the Town Center. For more details, check out the Town Center's website at visitatc.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.